Welcome to Wrestleheads, folks. We are back after a hellacious pay-per-view. When I mean by hellacious, hey, Wrestlemania, it was okay. NXT TakeOver, Sami Zayn, Nakamura, great. But this pay-per-view right here, outstanding. By the way, I'm Amar Scott.
I'm Randy Dixon. And Chuck Jones is on the road doing some Lee Marshall shit, truck driving, probably on the fucking I-10 by I-10 to get to Vegas.
One thing you gotta know about Chuck Jones, he's a motherfucking truck driver.
Yes, he will tell you that repeatedly.
Yes.
If you've been watching this show for years, you probably already got that. You probably already know young Chuck's occupation, what the fuck he does for a living. But we just coming off of WWE Payback. This is May 1st. And we sit here and go over this shit. Surprisingly, it was a good pay-per-view. I mean, but we start from the beginning. I mean, we got the shit scared out of us with the first match, the tag team for the #1 contender. And Enzo fucking got caught up in a rope and looked like he's going to be okay. It looked like it's a concussion. But the sad thing is, that looked like it probably was going to be a good match. And I mean, I didn't see them work down in NXT with the Vaudevillains and shit. And it probably would have been a good match. I'm thinking Enzo and Cass would have went over, and it would have been them versus New Day, but that's going to be postponed back. So, I mean, because usually concussion protocols, he got to be out for a week or two.
At the least.
Maybe.
You know, at the least. I mean, regardless of what you say, hey, great match. I mean, I thought it could have been a good, like you said, I thought it was heading towards a good match, because like you said, we didn't see them down in NXT do their thing millions of times, but hey, I mean, you know, I was pretty scared. You know what I mean? Because when he hit that rope, man, I swore his head snapped back. His eyes were still open. It's like his whole body jerked and he was twitching on the ground. I thought we had an on-heart situation.
Yeah, I was going to say,
you know what I mean? I really did.
Because it's May and it's coming up.
Yeah.
On the anniversary.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, they was in Chicago tonight.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Chicago. White Sox 18 and fucking 8. But anyway.
And we ain't even got to 30 games of the season. And this dude is gloating, man.
Hey.
I'm happy. I know he's happy, but I'm gonna leave it alone because I remember at the time before they won the World Series, they was 12-4, and everybody, this guy was at work. Yeah. I was like, hey man, you're not even 30 games in the season. And you see what that happened with that year. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's wait. But I can see where he's going there. Damn good left-hand pitching. Gotta give him that. You know?
Too much left-hand pitch. I want to get another right, but that ain't get the fucking.
But you had a good left-hand pitcher.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah. My bad.
Got the ace
off. Yeah.
Ace sale 6-0 today. But nonetheless, getting back to the fucking pay-per-view. It was gonna start out, but thank God for the second match for Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. And I mean, goddamn, they showed up and showed out once again. I mean, they went against each other for the 2019th time.
Yeah.
But it was another good fucking match.
I mean, they raised the bar every time. I mean, these guys, if you don't know wrestling, I mean, this is for the casual wrestling fan that don't know, that these guys had matches in ROH, had matches in other various independent organizations, New Japan, All that kind of stuff.
I mean, NXT.
They've been having matches everywhere on this continent and the next. But you know what? They raised the bar again tonight. I mean, I thought, listen, we're going to get to the main event. Taking out the main event alone, I thought that was going to be match of the night. And then we got to the main event, to the last part of the evening, and it just blew me away, you know. But yes, great psychology in that Sami Zayn's Kevin Owens match. I mean, they brought it. I mean, they showed right now the WWE building up that mid-card wow. I mean, I'm just saying, if they say this is the new era, let's go. I mean, I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm liking the direction because, you know, if anybody been watching this show, I've been preaching for them to break that shit back up. I thought in 2014 when they fucking glued that shit back together, I thought it was a mistake. And it's showing that it was because it's stifling a lot of the talent. But now you're seeing all this talent is starting to come up. Maybe they're getting smart, like, okay, it's working towards... I was hoping it was faster tonight, but see, it seemed like they slowing it down again, like, okay, we gotta go through this Shane and Stephanie bullshit, and then eventually go get to a crescendo point where like, okay,
they both can't run the same show, so one runs one and one. That's how they're leading into it.
Yeah.
It'll be that way before SummerSlam. You know what I mean? And you know what? I just to piggyback on what you were saying, you have been preaching it since 2014, but here's the thing where I have to interject. I thought when they closed it up, they didn't have really talent like this to really come up and, you know what I mean, where they needed to split it. Now I really see your point because they have the talent that's coming up, and it's going to be an overload, and you don't want to stifle young talent like Apollo Crew, who I think they're moving up in a good, I mean, they're moving him up just fine. They're bringing him along, and they're not pushing him too fast. I mean, same thing with Baron Corbin. I mean, they're bringing him up like he might be the next Monster Hill. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, I mean, but you're right. They need a brand switch right now because it's too much talent. Too much talent.
It's too much talent, and then not only that, I want NXT to be its own fucking entity. You know, and it's like it's working. They're working towards that way. NXT is selling out, and it's bad when they're selling out more than TNA.
Well, that's another note.
I'm just, you know, it's real life.
Yeah.
It's real life. I mean, we've been gone for over a fucking month, and goddamn TNA went from these fucking beautiful offices to a goddamn barnyard.
Well, I actually liked TNA's last main event match with The Miracle and EC3.
Oh yeah,
that was pretty.
He
cool.
Became the first person to pin.
Yeah, pin him. Yeah,
pin
I
EC3.
thought they had the psychology. It could have been you know, they could have packaged it better, but it was a good match. But let's get back to Aaron.
And to touch on them, I give him credit for this one thing. Mike Bennett knew.
Yeah.
And I like that they went with somebody who knew it was no fucking Bobby Lashley bullshit or fucking letting Kurt Angle get this shit.
Fuck.
And these motherfuckers out here is bumping. Yeah. But nonetheless, I'm glad they did that. So getting back to this goddamn pay-per-view, the next match was fucking for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Miz with his fine ass French Canadian ass wife, Maurice, against Cesaro, aka 007, aka the Professional, aka the Swiss Superman, aka that dude.
That dude.
Yeah.
I mean, how can I put this in?
And that was another good fucking match.
It was a good match, and it threw me it was the twist of the night, because I could have swore Cesaro was
everybody wanted Cesaro to go over. The Miz retained, but like we were sitting here when we were watching the pay-per-view, and I was sitting there telling you, I said, the Miz do not get appreciated. He is an old school fucking heel. And I'm like, if you look at this business, it's too many people muddled in the middle. It's too many people, either good guys, and there's not many bad guys. And I mean, you know, we was going back and forth about the Kevin Owens thing. Yeah. Kevin Owens is a heel, but he's light.
But
so to me,
they like him because of skill. You know what I mean?
They like him because
if the took the shit because he's good. He's money on the mic, but Miz is money on the mic. It's skill. You know what I mean? If Miz had Kevin Owens' skill, he'd be light too. I mean, my thing is, Miz might want to stay a heel because when they tried him as a face, he was getting booed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, stick with what you know. You know, like you said, old school. And I really, after I thought about when you said it, because first I was like, fuck that, man. To me, Kevin Owens is the best heel that the WWE got going there. He's their top heel. But I understand what you're saying. Miz get the guys, the crowd boos him instead of cheers him. And he gets so on that level, I can see your point. But if I say top heels, I'm thinking of Kevin Owens. You know what I mean?
And the thing about this, motherfuckers like Miz is not appreciated. I think Vince appreciated him. Because let's just be honest. When the Miz had that WWE World title, he elevated that shit.
He's money on the mic.
He elevated that world title, and people act like it didn't fucking happen. The Miz was a good world champion.
I didn't see it. I thought he was a decent world champion.
He elevated that title. He took that belt everywhere. He went, that's what I said, the old school shit. Miz might be modern day, but his values are old school. He went everywhere with that title. He was representing the WWE with that title. You see these other champions, half the time, they don't even take the fucking belt with them.
Because those guys can get on those shows without the WWE belt. Let's be honest with you. Nobody was calling Miz to be on those shows without him being the WWE champion.
Miz is a reality king.
Oh, I understand
and that dude got credibility.
But nobody was calling Miz to be on Good Morning America if he wasn't the WWE champion. Most of those guys that don't take it, like when Brock wasn't taking it and when The Rock wasn't taking it, I agree with you. They should have had it. But those guys don't have to take the title because they're big without the title. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is, when you're the man, you got to represent the belt.
No, I'll give you that.
You have to. It's like that old school shit. That's why them old school motherfuckers, people don't like the old bastards when they come out and say stuff. You see, like in baseball, like how they talking about the bat flipping and shit like that. They don't like when the old school motherfuckers don't like the new school when they like, hey, we laid the path. We showed you how to should do it. Now, it's one thing you do your twist to it, but you fucking completely forget about every fucking thing. And you don't go out there represent. You're trying to represent yourself instead of the company that you work for. They got a problem with it. So, moving on from that. So after the match, Kevin Owens before that match, Kevin Owens stayed, and then him and Sami Zayn went at it, and then Cesaro knocked both their asses off, and then they took care of fucking Cesaro and Sami Zayn, and then fucking Kevin Owens was getting ready to pop up powerbomb Miz, but his wife pulled him out. He stayed there with the fucking title, so he's going after the Intercontinental title again, which, me personally, I would have put him after the U.S. title. I don't know. I think it's time for Kalisto. Thanks for coming. You know, you was a horrible champion. I'm sorry Chuck was wrong. I kept fucking telling him. I'm like, that's the problem when you got a little dude, and he was booked completely wrong. Maybe it was booking, whatever, but his title reign been unforgettable. It's been forgettable.
Well, it's the same thing with Roman Reigns' second title reign if you count the 5 minutes. They didn't book him right. And it's not just not booking him right, they didn't have him defend the title against anybody. You can't have a good title reign if it was trash. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Kalisto hasn't defended against nobody but Ryback. You can't, that was my
Ryback twice, and Del Rio.
And Del Rio. See, now I like the Del Rio defense, but the Ryback, that's all he's been basically of late defending against. And that's the same thing with my problem when Roman Reigns had. He was only defending against Sheamus. There wasn't nobody else. It was like, man, come on. You know what I mean?
And granted, I'm not a Sheamus fan, but Sheamus did good in that spot. I will give him credit for that.
I mean, he's doing better than Ryback, but this match was pretty damn good. We heard rumblings that this match
we was having
technical difficulties, but
at that time,
rumblings this pre-show match was pretty good. Happened. Yeah,
but nonetheless, so moving on from that, now the next match was Ambrose versus Chris Jericho, which to me this should have happened at WrestleMania, but nonetheless it happened tonight. And it ended up being a decent good match.
Yeah, and it might be Chris Jericho's swan song, the way he pouted and kicked shit and left out of there. This might be it for him. You know what I'm saying? Bring back Randy Orton and let Chris Jericho go and do Fozzy or whatever.
Because I figure right now Jericho ain't doing shit.
No.
Because I don't think he got no tours, shit like that. So that's why he probably still hanging around there, because he ain't got no tours. Because most of the time,
nothing else to do.
Yeah, he ain't got shit else to do other than go home and be with his kids. Yeah. I mean, I don't think his kids halfway need him, because his daughter's got a YouTube page where they throwing shit up all the fucking time.
Yeah.
He got 2 twin daughters, and they be just posting shit. He be on there with them from time to time. You can tell they get into their own little thing as even young kids. So good for the little Jerichos.
It's like so far as we hit like the halfway point of the pay-per-view, so far I had no problems with none of the matches. Even though when Enzo got hurt, that could have been a great match, and I felt that would just added.
The pay-per-view was surprisingly good.
Yeah, it really was.
And that's what people.
The new era.
Yeah, and I mean, we get into the next match, which was for the WWE Women's Championship. You got Charlotte with her pops.
Woo! The
Nature Boy, 16-time, who should be technically 18-time World Heavyweight Champion, Ric Flair, versus the Hitman. Bret Hart is that 8 times?
Yeah, eight titles.
Because he won WCW twice. Yeah. I know he won in WWE either 5, 6, or 7 times. Either or. I know he a multiple-time world champion too. But he was there. So, good wrestling match. I mean, amazing spots.
Yes.
I mean, you could tell Natty and fucking Charlotte.
Got chemistry.
Not only got chemistry, you could see where they worked together a lot, because it was seamless with them in their working.
Yeah, it was just magic.
It was easy.
And then had a good old screw job.
And I mean, shit, you go back to fucking was not Backlash. What was it?
It was Roadblock.
Roadblock. They had a good fucking match.
Yeah, phenomenal.
And
NXT when Charlotte won the championship.
This is probably as good as that. And I mean, Charlotte, you realize, you think about this shit. Charlotte started out, 4 or 5 years ago in the business? Because whenever Reed went to the upper room,
yeah,
you know, she wasn't even a wrestler.
She was meant to be a wrestler, man.
She didn't want to be. She took this mantle for her daddy, and her little brother.
But she was meant to be a wrestler, man. It's showing.
She's right when she say the genetically superior.
Yeah.
It's in the blood, though. And the sad thing about it, a lot of people don't know, Reed Flair, or AKA Rick Jr., because that was his name, he's named after Rick, that kid was fucking good. And that's the sad part about that shit.
Yeah.
Don't do fucking drugs, and damn sure don't get hooked on heroin.
Yeah.
That's not a good fucking drug.
Charlotte showed that she should have been wrestling
from
the go.
Imagine if she would have been. She's doing what she's supposed to do. She's at where she's supposed to be.
Yes, exactly.
Now, nonetheless, they pulled a good old Montreal, aka we gotta call it a Chicago screw job.
Yeah.
On that shit. You little young Nate, or little Nate.
Baby Nate!
Hit that bell. Next thing you know, The Hitman got in there. He socked Ric Flair. Double sharpshooter for everybody.
Yeah.
The Flair is tapping out. The Hart standing tall. Charlotte still your WWE Women's Champion.
Yeah, the baby Nate was in Rick's back pocket. Rick still protected his daughter. He paid Charles Robinson to call the bell before her.
But you know, look, young Chuck, he'll do anything for Rick.
Yeah, man.
That goes back to the WCW.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that shouldn't be no surprise to nobody. And I mean, if as we progress along through the pay-per-view, throughout the night, you see a picture over here, Shane talking to somebody. You see Stephanie talking to Apollo Crews. You know, and they vying for position with the roster and everybody. And finally, young Vince McMahon come out there. Of course, in my hometown of Chicago, Illinois, we get to see him Punk chant. And they didn't say nothing on the whole pay-per-view until Vince brought his monkey ass out there. And they let him have it. Moving on from that. So, Shane, Stephanie come out there. All the crescendo, it's just a big dub when he said, oh yeah, I'm going to let both of y'all have power. So yes, it's going to be a power struggle between, and you're gonna start seeing it tomorrow, where it's going to be a power struggle. One going to make a decision, the other one going to make a decision. Yeah. But the question you should be asking yourself is, where the fuck is Triple H?
Yeah, I thought he was going to come out and give Shane the business.
Where is Triple H?
Hey, let him just concentrate.
I'm thinking like, where's Preparation H at? I'm like, I figured he would have been on his way there.
They don't need him. They got those two right now.
And I'm like, he need to be backing his wife.
You know, but at the same time, it leads into what you're talking about with the brand split. Because, see, this leads up to it. They got them, they're going to both control Raw. Like you said, they're going to go back and forth. Only one person can control. So then let me, break it down. One's going to go, Vince is going to send one over here and then one over here. And who's going to do better? We'll see. You know what I mean? But, hey, that's where it's going. That's really where it's going. And honestly, it was an okay segment. It wasn't, like, out of place where sometimes the WWE will put a segment in there when really, okay, they could have did without the segment in the pay-per-view. But, I mean,
it wasn't time to fucking practice that shit.
Well, yeah, because the match, you know what I mean? That match, the first match. So they had extra time to work with. And I think that leads us to what I feel, the cream of the crop for tonight. Match was great, man. I mean, enough said.
You say the cream of the crop, you gotta think of Savage. You're talking the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You get the cream of the crop. And nobody can do it better.
It was the Della Creme of the Della Creme. It was a damn good match, man. You had a perfect psychology in the match. I mean, from start to finish, first of all, I was a shout out to Roman Reigns for listening well. You know what I mean? And big time shout out. And to Roman Reigns for keeping his title. And I won't done yet. And give me a hell of a hoot to shout out for those that know wrestling. You know, AJ Styles not only put on a phenomenal performance, he called a hell of a match. What I mean by he called the shit out of that match tonight, it had everything you wanted. It had the build up in the beginning of, and we're going tit for tat. I'm going to get some. You're going to get some. It showcased the power of Roman Reigns and the power that he can have in a match. It showcased the agility, the athleticism, and everything that AJ Styles had to offer. It had the ins and the outs with the Usos there. Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson was there. I mean, Roman Reigns came up with a Superman punch when he did the phenomenal elbow. There was a spear, or he tried to spear. He missed. There was the Styles Clash. He didn't get that. Top to bottom, Triple H, take notes. Because if y'all watch that Wrestlemania match between Triple H and Roman Reigns, what it was missing was the callization of the match. What I mean by that, Triple H couldn't call the match. He should have been able to call a better match than that. Because at this point in Roman Reigns' career, let's be honest, he shouldn't be calling matches like that. Triple H should have called a better match at WrestleMania. And AJ Styles with the same competitor that Triple H had. And made it look like, man, it was probably the second best match I've seen this year. You know what I'm saying? The number one is still Nakamura and Sami Zayn. But I would go on record and say that's the second best match I've seen this year. It was beautifully called. I can't say enough about it. I mean, I was getting goosebumps watching it. Like, I haven't seen a match called this good in a while in the WWE. It was really cool, and that's what they need to do. They need to feed. If you made points of this. You notice when Roman Reigns does, even when he does something good, he still gets really booed real bad. They didn't boo him real bad at the end of the night when he won because they know right there, not only did he listen well, he put on a good match with AJ Styles. There's nothing to boo. If you want to get Roman Reigns over where he's getting booed when he should be getting cheered, you put him in the ring against the AJ Styles, the Kevin Owens, the Finn Balor. You put him in the ring against those guys that's going to elevate his game in the ring and be able to call a beautiful match where he ain't got to do nothing but just participate. And right now, he was the ultimate winner tonight. You know what I mean? Because he kept the title, and it was a damn good match. And he didn't get booed after he won. I just think the WWE need to take notice of that. You put him in the ring against guys that can get him over. And that ultimately leads to SummerSlam. If they can get there, and you can get Seth Rollins him SummerSlam money. You know? Big time. Sorry, I didn't mean to. It was shit, man. It really was awesome.
It's okay.
I really thought it was that match was awesome, man.
Look. We've been off the fucking air for a month, so you get all this pent up frustration and shit built up.
No, I couldn't say it yet because Triple H called a horrible match.
So it's okay, and we didn't get to talk about Mania.
Yeah.
So
we'll get to that.
With that being said, it's like this. I look at that match. That match was a good fucking match.
It was.
No doubt. Reigns, AJ Styles. I didn't even think real shit. You didn't even have to add the niggas from the Bullet
yeah, it was good.
And you didn't have to add the Usos.
It was good.
They was on it by itself.
Yes.
But see, this is what I say, and I give my hometown respect because they didn't boo that dude at the end.
You couldn't. It was a good match.
Now other cities would have. Now, yeah.
Not with a match like that.
Shit.
You can't. Because but the WWE is
look,
smart. That's why
let
they
me say
put
this,
Styles in the match.
At the end of the day, the problem, and I sit here and talk shit about the fans because it pisses me off when you sit there, your raggedy ass, sit there and cheer for a bitch like Ryback, a no talent.
Where are these cheers coming from?
They be cheering.
Man.
I'm telling you.
I don't know. I don't know. Where are they?
No talent. A no talent.
I don't know why they cheering for him.
A no talent hack like Ryback gets cheered, and you got a kid like Roman Reigns out there busting his ass.
I ain't seen.
And I'm sitting here thinking like, it's one thing if he was lazy in the ring and Roman Reigns didn't take motherfucking moves and didn't do what the fuck he was told. Then hey, you can shit on him all you want to. But that kid out there busting his ass, and I put up a stat. You look up there in fucking Wrestleheads, and people talk about people getting shoved down people's throats. You look up there, Stone Cold, short amount of time. Fucking Daniel Bryan, you can fucking add up all the goddamn title reigns, short amount of time.
But Roman Reigns don't have what they had.
It's not what, you cannot use the word. I'm going to using the word shoving it down people's throats.
Everybody
you
can't. Hogan got shoved down. CM Punk got shoved down after the whole pipe bomb. You know what I mean? Sean Cena got shoved down people's throats. Hulk Hogan got shoved down people's throats. I mean, hey man, it happens.
CM Punk, real shit.
And Flair got shoved down people's throats. And I'm not gonna fucking
say this shit because of CM Punk. I'm just stating because it's fact. CM Punk was already there, and he was there for some years. He was there, what, 5 years, almost 6 years, by the time that pipe bomb shit happened.
Yeah, I know, but he was getting shoved out of that.
No, the fucking media did that shit. That wasn't even the WWE. The media ran with that shit. When he dropped that pipe bomb, it was people. Man, I was sitting here listening to...
Smart man.
I'm just saying, I was listening to goddamn, it was on the radio, fucking, what's that, Jim Rome was sitting there talking about that shit. ESPN was talking about that shit. All the fucking people was talking about that shit. It wasn't that we wanted, that's something that the outside world fucking shoved that shit down.
But really though, they shoved it down. And then, after he did that, they came with all this
and then Vince like, oh shit, we getting all this mainstream fucking attention,
but it's still,
we gotta keep going with it.
Still shoving down the throat, no matter which way you look at it.
No, I'm saying, but see the difference is CM Punk was there for 5 years. That's what I'm saying. That's a big difference. That's a long time. If you look at this, like Roman Reigns been there, what to the main roster on? So what's this, like the 3rd year? Yeah, like the 3rd year. And if you sit there and look at the shit,
he shoved Hogan down everybody's throat from day one.
And that was a no talent hack right there.
Yeah, but I mean, Ric Flair was a talented hack. Ric Flair was really talented. He was one of the best of all time. And Jim Crocker shoved him down everybody's throat.
But see, and the thing about that is, back in the days,
shoved down.
Flair really worked his ass off because he went from territory to
I
territory.
understand that.
Hogan didn't do that.
But because Hogan didn't have to. That's not Hogan's fault.
Hogan
I mean,
didn't do
Flair
that.
wrestled for a company where you had to do it. They didn't have the mainstream and the media culpability and the power behind it like the WWE had and what Vince had. So that's not Hogan's fault.
But
you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to.
At the end of the day, you call yourself a real fan, you gotta give props to fucking Roman. You gotta give props to Roman Reigns tonight. That kid bust his ass up
tonight.
and you can tell he got legit hurt. His knee was fucked up, and he fucking gutted that goddamn shit out. They have a good fucking match with AJ Styles, and I'm like, it's one thing you have your right to boo, but don't fucking use these goddamn words. If you don't, it's like this. And I say this shit, and I said this shit earlier. If you don't like him, man the fuck up and just say that. Don't fucking sit here talking about, oh, he getting shut down our throats. We don't want to like it because we feel like you pushing him on us. Motherfucker, welcome to wrestling. That's what happens.
But they have I would say this. I know everybody like you. I agree with you. Everybody gets shoved down people's throats.
Man,
but here's the thing though. If he had, and I don't mean to say this to diss the boy, but if he had a smidgen of the talent that Austin had, that Daniel Bryan had, I mean, you know,
kid, he gets stifled, man.
I don't think so, dude. It can't be everybody's fault all the time.
No, I'm not saying it's everybody's fault. Where they got him is maybe he got a fucking ratchet ass mouth. I don't know, because you can look. What you can tell is he's not an actor, and he won't be in no WWE movies. You can tell when something is force feed down, like, hey, you gotta say this, you only can say this, this, and this.
But they tried to let him be himself, and that didn't work out.
They did.
When he was with Believe That, he was more himself with Believe That, and it didn't get over either.
What I'm saying is, all he gotta do, like I always say, textbook shit, cuss.
Yeah, but they gotta allow an era that's gonna allow that.
Stone Cold was the man.
He can't. But see, here's the thing, though.
He started cussing.
Stone Cold was a legit wrestler when he didn't have the cussing. You know what I'm saying? When he noticed when he got later in his career, when the injuries built up, he noticed he had to get over it a different way. And what landed Stone Cold a $1 million check was the Attitude Era. It gave him a license to cuss. You don't have that right now. You know what I mean? There is no cussing there. Everybody's kissing kids. Yeah, everybody's kissing kids. You know what I'm saying? We kissing kids and shit.
See, that's the problem. You know? That's your problem right there. Now, if you made Roman Reigns how he was starting out to be a legit fucking badass, a Samoan badass, and they kept on that fucking path, this wouldn't be no fucking problem right now. But they keep start, change this, change that, move this way.
Because some of the stuff's not working, Randy. I mean, I'm real shit,
man. You have to stay to a plan. They keep changing the fucking plan. Even, look, it's like with anything. Just say like yesterday, the fucking draft, right? Mm-hmm. When you fucking get the draft board, you got your draft board, you have to have a fucking plan. And you have to stick to the fucking plan.
I give you
that. You cannot divert from the plan. You halfway in the fucking draft, and you like, you know what, instead of fucking us, we had a fucked up defense, you know, and our offense was pretty fucking good. Yeah. Fuck that. Here, we're gonna fucking, we're gonna get 1-2 players on defense. Oh shit, fuck the defense. Let's go straight offense the whole fucking time. So with that being fucking said, with my typical Roman Reigns fucking rant, you know what? Y'all need to believe this. That kid be out there busting his ass. Give the kid his proper respect. You can boo him, cheer him, but don't give me that fucking hogwarts bullshit. Talking about, you shoved them down their throats. You shoved them down their throats. It's fucking wrestling. Whoever the fuck they want, they're gonna shove them down your throat.
I don't know about those people. I'm just. You know, I'm in the middle with him. You know what I mean? I like
that shit is irritating. I swear, because I patrol the fucking web, right?
Yeah.
You know, I look for shit to put up on Wrestleheads to keep the page fresh and lively, and with the fucking info and shit. And then you see all these motherfuckers, oh man, Roman Reigns getting shoved down your throat. Roman Reigns getting shoved down. Like, have you been watching fucking wrestling? I'm sorry. It happens like that. When they want somebody to get over, it just, I mean, if you got trained eyes like ours, I can kind of see the push way before it's announced that it's going to be a push.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of the road with him.
I might just
sometimes
give the kid his credit. If he have a good match,
I have no problem with giving him his credit when he has a good match. I mean, my thing is sometimes I try to get behind him, and then I get let down by him.
And watch.
You know what I mean? So
get on the fucking internet. I guarantee you tonight.
I don't know why they shouldn't have nothing to complain about.
I guarantee you tonight.
They shouldn't have nothing. I mean, they're gonna be complaining because AJ didn't go over. But that's not the point on why AJ didn't go over. AJ Styles, and I said this in there when we was watching it. He did his fucking job. AJ, this is the reason why AJ Styles is there. Yes, he may get the title maybe once or twice during his stint in the WWE, but he's there to enhance matches like what he's done tonight with Roman Reigns. That's what AJ Styles is there for. And for people that really know wrestling, you know why AJ Styles is there. And that match was money, mainly in part because of AJ Styles.
And
you know what I'm saying?
His best match since being in the WWE.
And WWE, and that's why he's there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you're going to hear that. I can see people complaining because they want AJ to go over so much, but that's not what he's there for. Just take in the match. The match was good. You shouldn't have nothing to complain about.
Enjoy it.
Just nothing to complain about tonight. I just don't want him to go let me down tomorrow night on Raw. Please don't do that. Because I'm high on him right now, and then sometimes I'll be high on him, and then I'll watch an episode of Raw or something, and they'll be like, oh, fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we got to move on.
Okay. So, shit. They killed me with the damn Birdman shit.
Oh, hey, you gotta straight out respect my name. But you respect on my name. But you didn't run up on Ross and Trick Daddy like that. You gonna come in a radio show host.
Fucking Birdman.
Respect this.
His buttery bitch.
You know what I mean? What? Looking like a jelly bean. That head. Respect my name. Respect. You can't even spell respect. You can't even speak proper English language.
All right.
Fuck out of here.
We want to take this time out like real quick. You know, we sitting here trying to fucking roll through this damn show and try to keep this shit down. We missed WrestleMania, right? Highlights of WrestleMania, you know, Triple H and Roman Reigns was okay. The gold star match for me was the ladder match. That was pretty fucking awesome. You got the fucking what's the other match?
I put Shane and Undertaker.
Shane and Undertaker. And I mean, even though the Undertaker bitch ass didn't want to fucking do nothing.
I thought they both. That's a difference of opinion for me and him right there. I thought Shane brought it and Undertaker
to me, Shane carried him.
Oh no, Shane brought majority of the match, but I thought the Undertaker did exactly what he was supposed to, and I thought the match was great. I thought that was the best match in WrestleMania, and then personally, I thought the ladder match was right under that, and I got AJ Styles and Chris Jericho after that.
You almost don't remember who else fucking fought on that.
Oh, I mean, no, you had Sasha Banks and
See. My apologies for that. That was a good fucking match.
Yeah, it was.
That was a really good match.
I thought it would have been. I would have probably had it in my top 3 if it was Sasha and Charlotte. I mean, I'm not taking nothing against Becky Lynch, but it just looked awkward. It was awkward because they messed up on some things. That if you go back and watch the match, they messed up on some things because it was awkward with 3 of them in there. If it would have just been 2, it probably would have went a little bit more smoother. You know what I mean? But hey, all in all, I got it in my top 5 of the night, but that's really not saying much. I mean, I really had, my 3 was Shane, ladder match for the Intercontinental title, and then I didn't like the outcome of AJ Styles and Chris Jericho, but the psychology in that match, it gave you exactly what we just got in this one. And that shows you that AJ Styles called that match too. And Chris Jericho is a vet, and he let AJ Styles call the match. You know what I'm saying? Look at the matches. Look at AJ Styles' matches. He's calling beautiful matches. Just understand that. For the people that want to complain about everything, like fuck, man, you don't know. I mean, the best wrestler don't win all the time. That's not the name of the sport. You know what I mean? This is about carrying it over for Raw and the next pay-per-view. Is keep you entertained. I mean, it's a storyline. It's like Randy said, you stick with a plan, you go with a plan, and you write it. No matter if you're gonna like it or not, that's what they're gonna go with. So get over it and watch it. That's it.
Move the fuck on. So now the next pay-per-view coming up is what, May 22nd. You got fucking Extreme Rules. So, we already know the main event. Yeah. Reigns, AJ, 2 Extreme Rules match. So, you know, there's going to be weapons. There's going to be a lot of mayhem. There's going to be a lot of shit. So, this shit's going to get stretched out a little bit more. We're going to see what fucking happens. So, in all the fucking time, what was your one big thing in all the time we was out this month that we was out?
This month that we was out?
That reflect in wrestling. It don't have to be WWE. It could be WWE, TNA, ROH, Global Force, fucking New Japan, fucking.
I gotta say this. I like the direction that the WWE and where they're going. I like this new generation direction they're going. I see that John Cena was ready to come back weeks ago. Randy Orton's probably been ready to come back months ago. But there's, hey, you guys stay at home. We don't need you. You know what I mean? Because really they don't. You know what I mean? Because you're going, I don't know what they're going to name this era of wrestling, but it should be the wrestling era is back. Wrestling. You know what I mean? Because they're giving us top quality matches from NXT to the WWE has really raised the bar. Not only is the WWE, because WWE's always been the biggest wrestling company in the world, and now I put that up against anybody's, New Japan, whatever. WWE's been the biggest wrestling company in the world, but now they have the best talent in the world. You know what I mean? And you can put that up against anybody's stable. You know, like you make the point about the Bullet Club in New Japan. I thought they would have went after some other stars because, you know, Kenny Omega, he's all right, but he ain't getting the job done like AJ Styles was as the leader or when Finn Balor was the leader. There's Lester been off that New Japan because they lost some heavy hitters. And they really lost some heavy hitters.
Yeah, they've been taking some hits.
Yeah, they've been taking some hits. And that's smart on the WWE's part. You build that up. You get it big. Where the WWE right now is where the place to be. That's why I was hoping Enzo didn't get hurt too bad where it could have really ruined what they were doing because low-key, WWE right now is the place to be. Go ask Eric Young. Go ask Austin Aries. Go ask the new NXT champion Samoa motherfucking Joe. It's the place to motherfucking be. Go ask Hideki Itami. You know what I mean? What Kenta? Go ask him. Go ask Finn Balor. Go ask Sami Zayn. Go ask KO. Go ask the phenomenal AJ Styles. Go ask Shinsuke Nakamura. Go ask those motherfuckers where the place to be at. WWE. WWE. Like it should be.
Okay. You know, as we go get into the news and notes, my fault, what I should have said in the beginning is rest in peace, Chyna, who should be a WWE Hall of Famer. You know, sorry for my rudeness for that, but Chyna passed away about a week.
I thought we was gonna get to her last, give her a proper, know what I mean? I just wanted to touch it because I knew
we can circle back around again.
You know, but yeah,
but I wanted to get that shit off my chest. And fucking TNA, I swear you dumb fucking bastards could fuck up a cup of fucking coffee.
Had her wrong date.
She was born in '69. They got 1970. Like, whoever's in the production truck that made that, you got one fucking job before go look at Google. Google is a great tool. It got almost everything. Sometimes people put right bullshit shit in certain parts, but for the main part, everything is true. Goddamn TNA. One job. One job.
That's all you had.
One job. Fuck. But anyway, and I mean the WWE, give them credit, they did a nice little tribute. I mean, me personally, and I wrote on the Wrestleheads page to Stephanie Man saying something, I'd rather you not say nothing to her or Triple H. Because I'm like, you did her dirty, man. And I'm like, I'd rather you not say nothing. I know it's politically correct shit to do, but I'm like, Stephanie, you took her dude. You took her dude, and then you had her fired, you had her blackballed, you had her pushed up.
Life.
Still. But don't give me no.
But
don't give me no fucking. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you may not like this. They may not like each other.
She tried to. She damn near begged for them to put her in the Hall of Fame while she was still alive.
But I mean.
And I'm like, she been stopped doing the Triple X stuff.
It doesn't matter though. She was doing Triple X stuff. Like, look how long it took them to put Sonny in. You know what I'm saying? Why it took Sonny so long? Now, granted, Sonny wasn't. She didn't have the impact that Chyna had, but reason why it took Sonny so long because the adult babies, man. You know what I mean? They don't want that light on them.
To be honest, they both had family show. They both had major impacts.
But they're a family show now. But the problem, the thing is now they got the PG era going on. They got all type of people. But look, I'm just saying. Look, I understand that. But look,
Chyna's Harley racing there.
But look, I understand that. But look, Chyna's an opposing figure where if she gets into the Hall of Fame, little girls are going to want to know who she is that don't know who she is. Say they go and Google her and look her up. What are they going to see? The Incredible Hulk with green titties? What are they going to see? Backdoor to Chyna? You know what I'm saying? Those are things that might just pop up. If you Google Chyna, if you Google Chyna's name, those adult movies are going to pop up. They didn't want kids to see that shit.
But I mean, it's almost that bad now. You look at Seth Rollins. You Google Seth Rollins, you go pop up and see
his D.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's the problem with the internet. They need to wipe that shit off.
Hell, it got bad fucking Vader shitters out there now.
Oh man, Vader letting the fat lip dick out. We gotta get off that.
But what I'm saying is, people make mistakes. What I'm saying is,
No,
don't put her in the Hall. I'd rather you not put her in the fucking Hall of Fame.
No, you can put her in.
No, because it looks so fucking fucked up.
Not now, like you don't put her in the next year.
It looks like you waiting for her to die, then you say like, hey, she ain't gonna be able to say nothing. Just like they did the Macho Man. Let's be honest, we know why the Macho Man.
Because he fucked Stephanie.
Exactly. Ooh yeah.
But see, here's the thing. Though.
He dropped that bag.
I wouldn't put.
Macho Man.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. I would. Yeah, and you were speaking on Charles saying he's a truck driver. You tell everybody you're from Chicago. So if you watch that,
you're goddamn right.
Everybody knows.
You're goddamn right. I don't hide that shit.
But anyway, what I'm saying is, if you don't put her in, I wouldn't put her in for the next couple of years because, like you said, it does look like you're just putting her in when she died. I will still make her wait a couple more years, and then I'll eventually put her in. But it just wasn't the time for her to go in. I mean, she could beg all she want. I mean, the mistake. I say this. I tell my kids this. Every action that you make has a consequence, no matter if it's good or bad. You can think you're making the best thing possible for you. Can have a bad consequence to it. You never know. Everything has a consequence to it. Every action that you make has a consequence to it. So I know everybody makes mistakes, and she did. Say she was sorry for doing all that stuff and the stuff she was saying about the WWE back in the day. Yeah, I understand that, but there's just some stuff you do. It carries along. If it's true or not, nobody wants that. You know what I'm saying?
That was true.
there's
But nonetheless,
a lot of stuff that
it is a sad
that's
thing. She passed away from an accidental overdose.
Overdose. Period. I hate when they say accidental. An overdose is an overdose.
But they only say that for certain people. I'm not even gonna get into that.
Yeah, I got you because everybody else says, they were on drugs and this, that, this.
But
everybody else
it's true.
It's
true.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, she was a druggie.
Yeah, she was.
And it's like if I remember when Philip Seymour Hoffman OD'd. Yeah. Right. And they wanted to say it was an accidental overdose.
Yeah, that wasn't no accident. He was a drug head.
They found 50 fucking bags of heroin up in there.
He was smack dab.
50 bags.
Smack dab.
How the fuck you can say accident?
Yeah, that wasn't.
Where's the accident?
They didn't say Whitney Houston was an accident.
That motherfucker, he tried to fucking smoke the neighborhood.
Basically, he was puff.
Or shoot up the neighborhood. Yeah, shoot up the neighborhood. And
you know what? You know how we called Lex Luger to the carpet for Elizabeth? Somebody need to call Sean to the carpet, Mr. X-Pac, because he the one got Chyna hooked up on that dope shit.
And
that's real.
On another note, speaking of fucking Elizabeth, I believe it was 12 years today that she passed away.
Yeah. He the one got her hooked on that dope.
Fucking Lex.
So pulling that motherfucker's in
the Hall of Fame. Lex Luger, Charles' favorite fucking wrestler.
Oh God, he's trash.
Should be in the fucking Hall of Fame. Fuck him. Feed him cold sardines. That's what I say.
Yeah.
So, we get through this shit. Marty Jannetty got kicked out of bars during WrestleMania weekend.
He's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
He had alcoholic
Party Marty.
He had alcoholic problems with. He still hasn't got over the shit with him and Shawn Michaels. Remember back the stories with him and Shawn Michaels back in the day? They used to drink their ass off, and he still does it. He's 50-something years old.
He ain't been right. That's a problem. He ain't been right since getting super kicked on the barbershop.
Oh shit, his head got thrown through that glass. That's because he and I saw that current affairs piece from those years ago about that dude. Yeah, that dude didn't protect himself. He shouldn't have been in the ring, and he didn't protect himself right. That was not Marty Jannetty's fault. He brought that shit on himself. He jumped up and landed wrong. All you have to do is just fall, man. You know what I mean? Just flat. Just fall flat, man. You jumped up and spiked yourself. But you got $26 million?
The best shit is...
Fuck! He's an idiot.
The best shit is when Stephanie was talking about, you don't want to be a Marty Jannetty, and Marty Jannetty came back like, who that fucking bitch talking about? Yeah. And then he said, them kids ain't Triple H.
That's fucked up. Yeah, he was drunk when he said that.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
But you never know. He might still know people.
Nah, that was kids.
It's Party Marty.
They look like
Party Marty.
They got the big schlons, man. They don't get away from that.
Fucking this week was a pass. They had a table for 3. I would have called it a table for 4 horsemen, that is. You had Double A, Tully Blanchard, and Ric Flair sitting there talking about the days. It was pretty fucking good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Well, I love how Tully Blanchard was like, I had a 13-year career. My career got cut short by some reason. No, the Coke got your career cut short, buddy. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. The Coke got your career cut short, buddy. You quit the WWE, think you were going back to Jim Crockett for more money, no, it wasn't even Jim Crockett at the time. It was wrestling. It was Ted Turner's wrestling. And you thought you were going to go back to WCW because Arn was gonna get you in, and you had new people over there. Like everybody was over there. You got hit with a drug test the first day you came back. That ended your wrestling career. You know what I mean? That the drugs, the coke. Let's call it for what it is. But the coke.
Goddamn, Tully Blanchard is one of the most talented wrestlers.
Oh yeah, I want to take that away from. I just thought it was kind of odd how he was like, I don't know how I lost my career.
And his daughter getting into NXT, which is good for her.
Yeah.
I wish she'd bring her man with her, aka Ricochet.
Y'all wish Ricochet.
That dude is fucking. He's
fuck out of Lucha Underground. Man. Taking nothing away. I love Lucha Underground.
It's time for him to go.
I mean,
Lucha Underground been having some good shit over there.
Yeah, but if you got Sexy Star as your world champion, I don't know what the fuck, man. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You're going too far with the whole woman.
Yeah, that's gonna happen during season 3.
Yeah, that's
we leaked some of that stuff.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man. I would not want to watch that.
So like a day like today,
how's that believable?
The WWE started cracking down on account sharing. You know, like how you had a WWE network, you might give it to your friend and shit like that, and everybody's on it at the same time, and they're starting to crack down on that shit. So people beware. That's their way of trying to get more fucking subscribers.
Yeah, that Brit.
Yeah, I was gonna get to Will Ospreay officially signs a deal with New Japan. 22-year-old British wrestler who was pretty fucking good, and he's supposed to be in this damn WWE Cruiserweight shit.
Yeah,
coming up. He's pretty fucking good. You know, look out for his ass.
I wonder who's gonna win that thing. That's
shit.
Great.
Oh yeah, this week past, Dolph Ziggler's brother. It looked like he murked somebody in fucking Cleveland. Like shit, the cops is
allegedly.
Yeah, but they kind of look like they got evidence. Like
that's a picture of the nigga. What is he?
No, I'm just saying it's just like they got the fucking proof. I forgot something else that fucking happened.
Dolph had a good match too.
Yeah, Dolph had a good match, and I know that gotta be hard.
Murderous station on his mouth.
Your damn brother, you know that shit sucks.
We had the A49.
Granted, nobody would have thought this shit, even though when he fucking came, but Eric Young, NXT debut. Wow.
Big time debut.
I said, whoa, look at EY. I said, now they explain, you sit there and think about why they left.
Yeah.
That's because them motherfuckers had deals with the WWE already on the side. Like, hey, we gonna get the fuck out of here. We gonna sign these NXT deals. And then, granted, I put on there yesterday, that fucking between the two of them, Dixie Carter owed them 100 keys.
Yeah. That's taking those.
And excuse me, Dixie Carter TNA, and I'm like, I would have left too. Like, how the fuck you? But you sitting here, you got fucking Matt Hardy sitting there flashing money, like, yeah, I'm getting paid. My checks is coming in, like, bam. But you don't pay your two workhorses that's been there for over 12 fucking years.
That's what I'm saying. That was where Paul Heyman went bad at with ECW. Cats checks.
Fucking checks
at least they get paid some of it. They just get the whole money that they owe. Give me my money, homie. I need money. And we've been making it ever since.
That shit's fucking crazy. And they had a lot of little debuts. Athena finally made her debut. She going under her real name. Adrian Reese over there, as we said, Tully Blanchard's daughter. So it's like they got to start stepping up because I think it's a matter of time before Bayley leaves. But I'm scared for her to go up to that next level. I don't know if her character is good enough. She got the kids. That might get her.
It's gonna get over.
That might be her saving grace. Yeah. But I don't know if she got that character like
she's gonna get over because the kids, the way the Bailey, everybody with Bailey belly and all this other Christ. Bailey with the kid. Yeah,
fucking long.
She just ain't got no wrestling skills. I would love to. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, if I know Rusev be enjoying match getting that shit.
I bet he does.
Shit, and look like Nate ended his podcast. I don't know if it's on hiatus.
Drunk, man.
Yeah.
He got a problem too.
He ain't. Be honest, he ain't been right since Reed.
No,
Reed left.
But he was drunk before Reed.
No, but I'm saying it got bad.
Yeah, it got worse
since Reed left, and you know that, and that's a fucked up thing. So TNA and Al Snow has a wrestling academy, and they're partnering up, working together. Okay. It's gonna be Impact training facility.
Al Snow, your wrestlers are going nowhere.
Paul Heyman's finna get a reality series.
He should.
Which that's probably gonna be entertaining. With Paul fucking
Network, I would watch that every week, twice on Sundays.
You figure they would put it on the network, but probably not. Oh, yeah. Shit, the WWE let a few broadcasters go this week.
Why is Matt Hardy looking like Children of the Corn?
I don't know. He looked like a fucking eccentric crackhead.
Yeah, he looked like he's supposed
Robbie E. resigns. Why?
Your career's going nowhere. You idiot.
Why?
Should have came to NXT.
It was a good match. Cage in the cage.
Mundo.
Yeah, I put up on Wrestleheads.
It was okay.
You didn't like it?
I thought it was good. I thought it was good, but it wasn't great. You know what I mean? I was waiting for it.
I want to say congratulations to Kofi Kingston on the birth of his son, Orion Kingsley kid got 4 names. Like I guess like
keep knocking down those white chicks.
She's not white.
I believe she look white.
No, she mixed with. It's something. Yeah.
Kofi.
But she's nice.
Yeah.
Good job, Kofi.
Yeah.
You know, and he was at the pay-per-view today. You know, Vince Russo blamed Vince McMahon for Roman Reigns not getting over with the fans. I agree. You can check that out on the page.
Fuck Vince Russo. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, he may be right, but fuck him. You know what I mean? Fuck him. I don't fuck Vince Russo, man. You know, every time he'll say something, he may be right, but fuck Vince Russo, man. You know what I mean? Like real shit.
TNA notes. You got Ethan Carter III and James Storm auditioned for The Amazing Race, but they are unlikely to make the cast. Plus, EC3.
Why not? They had Robbie Ian and Big Booty Brooke on there.
I think you had
because of Big Booty Brooke.
I think you had
God, she was amazing on there.
I used to like her back when she was at ECW.
Extreme Expose.
Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
Her, Kelly, and fucking my English Crumpet.
God, man, the Crumpet. What's her name? God, Leah. Layla. There you go.
Oh
they was getting down in those white little cut off tees.
Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
And then on the side note, EC3 said he has a big announcement. I hope he's saying that he's signing with the WWE.
He got steroids on.
Yeah.
You can tell. You know, my uncle did steroids. You could tell that guy's on them.
Well, shit. I hope he juiced down.
Yeah.
Well, he almost looked like the same body frame he had when he was.
You could tell, dude.
He was on
steroids. He was on steroids in NXT. That's the problem. It wasn't his wrestling. Why do you think they let him go? He couldn't pass a fucking test. He was taking that Jose Canseco in his booty.
Oh my God. Fucking done. The King's opened a restaurant and bar, Hall of Fame Bar and Grill down in Memphis, Tennessee. Good for the King. Let's see. We're getting through. It's a nice video I put up there. An Undertaker shared on Facebook about the memories with him and his BS Kane crew. You know, that was Rikishi, Yoko, and all of them. Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool.
It's crazy. And
this was my favorite shit. Antonio Inoki versus Great Antonio. This motherfucker didn't want to sell for shit. And you see what Antonio Inoki do to his ass. Yeah.
Go back and check that out.
He beat the dog shit out of him.
I love watching Inoki's, man, his matches, they're timeless, man. They're timeless. Take you back. Some of you youngsters that call yourself wrestling fans, you go watch some of that.
You look on the page, I put a picture of Cody Rhodes came from getting a tattoo on his chest that say Dream. You already know that's for his dad. Yeah. For the Meg Gene. So, we get through most of this shit. I just wanted to fucking... I love taking Jeff Jarrett shots.
I was going to say fuck him too. I thought you should go pass that up.
This is last but least. Jeff Jarrett on possibly wrestling in GFW, the AMP TV series in China. Global Force Wrestling founder Jeff Jarrett recently appeared in an interactive wrestling radio to promote the company. Here's the highlights. On when GF TV series AMP will start airing in America, I will be sharing that soon. All I would say is I was in New York yesterday. It was one of them meetings. I would love to announce it right now, but it would not be productive for all. But we're getting there. I'll say that much. So,
it means he ain't going nowhere. That means you ain't doing absolutely shit. You ain't doing dick, man. You know what I'm saying?
Possibly wrestling in Global Force. In-ring performer obviously is my first love, but I'm 100% dedicated to wearing my promoter hat. This past summer, on strictly Global Force shows, I did not wrestle. It started with the United Kingdom shows. The promoters, quite frankly, said if we're going to do this, it's not an option. You got to wrestle. They seem to believe for whatever wacky reason there's value in me wrestling. I still enjoy wrestling. Am I in my prime? A lot. I'm not joking or kidding, but I'm really proud of my last few matches in WXW. Heading forward, I'm putting the tights and lacing the boots up several more times. But strictly Global Force, I'm devoted to be a performer and not a wrestler. Thank God you learned from your first mistake in TNA. On Chyna's passing, I love to wrestle. I was a wrestling fan before I was a wrestler. They love to complain, argue, and make something out of nothing. There's a lot of sensationalized that people like to read into. Unfortunately, Joni's situation, I don't think it's anything I could say that hasn't been said over the past week. Trailblazing, kick down doors, but the one thing I can say in a series of matches I had with Chyna, she got it. She wasn't spectacular with her skill set, but what she did very, very good. And it speaks volumes for the talent that she had being that persona. She was important. Hold on, she was an important part of DX as any member they ever had was. It speaks volumes. The Attitude Era, she was one of them talents that really defined it. Someone interviewed me over Germany. They brought up my last WWF match against her, and it was Joni's last match ever. Even though our paths crossed again in TNA, and it crossed multiple times, my condolences go to her and her family. Okay, Jeff. We all know your last match with her in WWE. That's when you held Vince McMahon up for ransom for that that $350,000.
Yeah, just to lose to her.
And that's probably why you won't never be in a fucking Hall of Fame. Yeah. Even though Jeff Jarrett, real shit, you was a decent. You could say Jeff was a decent wrestler. Now, was he world champion? No. But WCW made him world champion. He didn't, so it's like, what the fuck can you say?
Jeff Jarrett's main problem is that he thought he was a decent wrestler, but he thought he was a draw like Hulk Hogan, and he wasn't.
What was that saying?
He couldn't draw like Hulk.
Mike Graham said, he said, that son of a bitch, motherfucker, broke 8,000 guitars and never drew a fucking dime.
My thing, and I truly believe that. My thing is with Jeff Jarrett, I thought his problem was he thought he was better than what he was. He thought he was a big time draw, and he thought he was on Hulk Hogan's level with drawing a crowd, and dude, you weren't. You know what I'm saying? You were decent, but you weren't a draw like Hulk Hogan. Let's just get that out. You weren't a draw like Hogan, Flair, none of those guys that you looked up to or thought you was as good as. I mean, you probably were a better wrestler than Hulk Hogan. You definitely weren't a better wrestler than Flair. You were a Ric Flair wannabe knockoff, but you couldn't draw dick. So, you know, just know that. You know, and Wrestleheads, we keep it honest. We give you our outlook on things, and we give it to you raw. He didn't draw dick, and that's from us to you. So,
getting done with that. You got any KBs?
Yeah, I got a KB. I got a KB, and I'm not gonna say any names, but this KB, this guy, he watches the show. He knows who I'm talking to. When you say you're gonna bring something or send it off, damn sure you need to do it, because it's been months and it's chicken shit. You know what I'm saying? So get your shit together, because I mean, you know me as being a really nice guy, which that's who I am. But there's maybe one person in the circle, Big Chuck, that know how I used to be. Don't push me there, son. Please get your shit together.
Goddamn. This shit turned into a real life.
That's right. Real shit. Real shit. You know what I mean? I've been a nice guy. You know what I mean? But you can't keep stringing me along where I'm not going to want to punch you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm going to do that because I don't condone violence. But, I mean, dude, man, come on. I mean, if you've been waiting as long as I have, and I'm not going to put up the business like that, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. So get it together. And I'm just saying that. And I'm saying that being cool right now. Get that shit together. And the only reason why I'm saying it now, because it took so long for me to say it now, because hey, look how long this has been. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's been what, 1, 2, 3, almost 4 months, man. All right. That's about it. That's all I got, sir.
You sure?
No, real shit. I could say more, but, you know, I'm pretty sure he's going to get what I'm saying. And I saw that earlier, and I did like it. You know what I'm saying? Yes! You know! You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. All right, don't show that to me. I'm watching this.
I ain't put it
Yeah.
I ain't put it up. Okay.
All right.
But to wrap this fucking puppy up, I'm glad we're back. I'm glad. Kitchen bitch. Do I got a kitchen bitch? Oh, shit. You know what? I'm about the kitchen bitch today. No, I don't have one. I was just happy we had a good pay-per-view. I'm damn sure glad that we're back on this fucking airwaves. You know, we try to keep this shit consistent. I mean, we all work, we all got jobs, kids, families, all that shit. So it's kind of hard to keep this shit consistent. Mm-hmm. The people you was asking, you got your wish.
When I made the call yesterday, I was like, Randy, I know, because, you know, we're wrestling fans, so he's going to watch the pay-per-view regardless. If I'm here, Chuck's here, Chuck's probably watching it on the road, on his phone, I'll be watching it in my house, whatever the case may be. But I was like, it's time. And you say, you damn right, it's time to bring back the show.
Chuck do it right now.
Oh, yeah.
Chuck right.
So it was time. And when it got me hyped when he said, yes, you damn right, it's time. I was like, you know what, you damn right. And I can't wait for tomorrow. You know? Because, I mean, shit, like you said, though, we do have stuff we have to do. And, you know, if people that know me, I have some health things I have to take care of. So, you know, it doesn't allow me to do the show every week like I want to. But, you know, we're getting there. We're back.
We sit here, we gonna try to keep this shit up. The hardest fucking thing is to try to keep this shit pushing, to keep moving and keep the wheels turning. You know, after all these years. But as this episode concludes, I'm ready to be on the road. You said we on the road to SummerSlam?
Well, I think Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Seth Rollins to come back with Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Book it.
The sad thing is he was at Chicago tonight.
They didn't need him.
They fucking teasing. They sitting there teasing.
That's what
they doing. That little fucking tit teasing. But the man will be back, you know. And shit, that concludes this motherfucking show.
Hands out.
Out. Oh, shit.
He said, 30 minutes, 35 minutes, maybe 40.